What's good, Washington fans? So I know everybody's hyped about the Samus Reyes signing, the workout warrior, former basketball player, but I just wanted to check in today. Just saw a mock draft by Mel Kiper. Like I said, I reacted to Mel Kiper picking his Kadarius Toney a couple weeks ago, but and I know a lot of people like his opinion. I like Mel Kiper, but this mock draft is interesting. He did a 2-round mock draft where he had us picking JOK, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah out of Notre Dame, the linebacker that everybody loves. I mean, he's a highlight reel guy. I mean, he just runs around the field. He's shot out of a cannon. I mean, he's a human highlight reel. He just runs around like a cannonball, like a wrecking ball, hitting people, sticking people. So Mel Kiper mocked him at 19 for us. And then in the second round, he mocked us getting a quarterback, Davis Mills, who's picked up a lot of steam. You know, I know in the beginning of the draft process, some people had him like a fourth round pick or a fifth round pick, but some people are saying that he could be a first round pick. They're saying the Saints, if he drops that far, maybe even the Bears at 20. Some other teams are really looking at Davis Mills out of Stanford. So he's 6'4", 225 pounds. He's a big guy. He was the number 1 rated quarterback coming out of high school, 5-star recruit, all that stuff. He has talent, man. The guy, he's not the most mobile guy in the world, but he ran a 4.5 40. And, you know, we are looking for a quarterback in the draft. And he like I said, he marks us at pick 51 getting Davis Mills at pick 51. So I don't think it's a bad pick. I watched some of his film and some of his highlights, and he definitely surprised me. He definitely wowed me, man. He throws a lot of good 50-50 passes, some contested passes. He has some really good touch. I watched the game against UCLA, and he had 3 picks, but he had 3 touchdowns, you know, and he led his team. And I like the way he doesn't get down on himself. If he does make a mistake, he bounces back and makes big play after big play after big play. So he stands in the pocket tough, really good accuracy, really good deep ball thrower. So I was surprised when I watched him play. He definitely wowed me on some passes. And he has a really good receiver named Simi Fihoko, if I'm saying his name right, number 13. That guy looks really good. You know, they're really good dynamic duo, him passing the ball to that guy. But Davis Mills, man, I watched some of the UCLA game, watched some of the Colorado game, some of the Washington game. He played really good against Notre Dame last year too. So he's not really a dual threat quarterback that we're really looking for, that Scott Turner loves and Ron Rivera loves. But he ran a 4.5 40. Doesn't look like it. You look at him, he kind of has that Peyton Manning build where, you know, he has the big helmet and kind of not chubby, but kind of looks a little out of shape. He's just a big guy. Doesn't look like he's super athletic, but he is. He's like, he is pretty slow. He has a big knee brace, had a couple of knee injuries. Is not the fastest guy out there. He's not going to wow you running. And he is a pocket passer. So he's going to need some time to develop for sure. He's going to have to sit. I feel like he hasn't played a lot of games, but I definitely see the potential, man. He has really good touch. He has really good touch, really good deep ball thrower as well. So he had 7 touchdowns, 3 picks this past year. He missed a game due to the virus. The Pac-12 didn't play many games this year. Had a really good completion percentage with 66.2, which is pretty darn solid. 139.9 quarterback rating this year, which is pretty good as well. So he had some really good games. The UCLA game, he went 32 for 47, 428 yards passing. First game against Colorado, 31 for 56, 327 yards passing. So the guy had a couple good games. Only had 37 yards rushing. So like I said, he's not a dual threat quarterback. He's not much of a runner, but maybe Scott Turner could help him become that and have him be a threat as a straight line runner. You know, you look at some guys who are not the fastest, but, you know, Kirk Cousins, when he ran, he was pretty fast on a straight line. You look at Daniel Jones, Danny Fumbles, he was really fast. He's really fast on a straight line. So he's not going to juke anybody, but a straight line runner, some of these guys are really, even Sam Darnold, you know, some of these guys are straight line runners. They're pretty darn fast. And you get them in space, they can run pretty fast. So I wouldn't mind this pick with Davis Mills at all. Like I said, I mean, he has a lot of potential, man. In high school, he was I know it's high school, but he was rated the number 1 pass pro quarterback coming out of high school. So he has a lot of potential, and he could sit behind Fitzpatrick, sit behind Heineke, learn for a year or two, then we throw him in there and see what he can do. So second round, that might be a little too early, but there's some teams that are really looking at this guy and really like what he can do. he might go in the late first round or early second round, like 51 to us, or even earlier than that. So we'll see. He is rising up the boards. But yeah, I mean, he's a really good deep ball thrower, and one of the scouts said he is the best anticipation thrower and predetermination thrower as well. But you can see some throws where he does stare down some receivers, but you know, that's just going to come with development. So he's only played 2 years of college football, played 8 games in 2019, and then played only 6 games this year. So hasn't had a lot of snaps, only 471 dropbacks. So he does. If he would have came back next year, he probably would have been a top 5 quarterback, definitely easily a first round quarterback, probably top 10, top 15 if he would have came back next year. So just want to check in and see if you guys have checked out Davis Mills and what you guys think about Davis Mills and how you guys would feel if we picked him in the second round. So all right, you guys, hail to the football team. Peace.